Hello, my loves. Mwah. Welcome back to my channel. How are you? I hope you guys are well. It's so good to just be here. It's so good to be back. Thank you so much for all of you for joining me today. I hope you guys have been doing well. I hope you guys are feeling fantastic. Yeah, my heart is full. I just want to take this moment to say a big thank you to all of my clients who have been so supportive during this time. A big thank you to everyone who has been compassionate to each other, not just myself, but to everyone else. And yeah, I just want to keep building our community, okay? I'm really excited to see us grow. You guys, I do have a giveaway going on, so please check out my Instagram. I have a Reiki giveaway going on right now, and a one-card intuitive pull for any question you might have. Also, I do have testimonials, reviews. I do pick a card readings on there. I have a bunch of cool stuff on there, spiritual tips, we're building a little community on there, so go ahead and check me out. I like to share my resources as well, books, just a bunch of cool stuff. So yeah, and I want to go ahead and say a big thank you to my clients who have donated to my channel. You guys have been amazing, so I'm going to give you guys a quick little shout out here, since I'm always in a rush and I don't get to do it. So, 1C, thank you so much for my gift. I really appreciate you. Seriously, deep gratitude. Anyone who's donated to my Cash App or my PayPal. And let's see here. Tawana, thank you so much. I appreciate you so much. Amelia, thank you. You are fantastic. Suta, thank you, my love. And Alexander, thank you. Thank you for all of your kindness, you guys. Sapphire, Eva Sapphire, thank you. And then we have an anonymous gift. So, wow, my heart is full. This is what keeps me going with these pick a card readings. This is what keeps me here. So let's continue. If you'd like to donate, I do have all my information below. I have Cash App, PayPal, and then I also have my Amazon wish list and my independent deck wish list, okay? So here we are. This is going to be a pick a card reading. I just decided we should do new love. Let's do new love. Let's see what's going on. Let's see who's coming in. Let's see what's the tea. So we're going to just do a little energy update on new love. What's next? Thank you next, because we're all a little fed up, right? So let's go ahead and tune into the decks and see what's going on. For those of you who are new to my channel, I am a psychic medium. I do read tarot intuitively. I start with a channeled message and then I move on to the description of the cards. I am clairvoyant. I am clairaudient. I am a medium. I do offer mediumship-based readings, you guys. Those are priced a little bit differently. I do have all my information below to book a personal. Please give me about 24 to 48 hours to respond. If I do not get to respond, that means I am booked, okay? Give me time, you guys. I'm definitely juggling a lot. This is not a full-time job. I have, I'm really focusing on getting into a master's program right now, and that is taking up a lot of my time. So please be patient with me. This whole quarantine thing, I'm having to stand in line for like 3 hours. Y'all know the struggle is real, okay? So give us just some leeway. So thank you so much for you guys who have been incredibly patient with me. Thank you. Check out my Instagram for testimonials, reviews. I do pick a card readings on there. Yeah, I think I said that. I'm not too sure, but I do have a giveaway going on, so check it out. Cool. Let's go ahead and get started. New love, who dis? New love. Who dares though? And don't forget, you guys, to comment below. Don't forget to share my content if you enjoy it. Okay? Okay, so the first stack is going to be the Angel Tarot right here. It's in reverse. Sorry about that. The second is going to be the Muse Tarot. The third is going to be the Arcanum Tarot. Choose your deck, you guys. Think about your next love. What is it going to be like? If you need more time, pause the video. Okay. All right, pile 1. Let's jump in. Pile 1. What's going on? What is really going on? Let's talk about this new love. Who's coming in for new love for you? Oh, I'm getting a lot of fire energy here. Some of you guys are fire signs. There's a lot of fire energy coming through, like the Phoenix Rise. Some of you guys just finished coming out of a situation that was incredibly painful. But it was so liberating. I'm hearing it was liberating. So maybe there was something really restrictive about this situation. I almost feel like some of you guys are actually really happy to be out of this. It almost feels like you guys were in a karmic loop. I'm hearing a karmic loop, okay? So let's see. New love for you. Yeah, I'm hearing spread my wings and fly. Spread my wings and fly. I have some, I just want to go ahead and say thank you to my client who donated these beautiful, beautiful flashcards to the channel. I've been using them. I have my own personal messages on there now. Yeah, so spread my wings and fly. So some of you guys are really, really ready. You're just ready to not only travel. It's like I'm hearing travel. Like you're ready to travel to find your person. You're ready to awaken a new way of loving. You're ready to expand your horizons. A lot of you guys may have been trapped in a cycle of loving the same kind of person over and over. And I feel like now you're coming out of this cycle of loving the same, type of person, or maybe you're coming out of a karmic cycle that kept you confined. So let's do the past here, and then we'll move into the future and present, the present future. So the past for pile 1, what happened? What kind of situation are you coming out of? So I feel like you're in a situation maybe with a no contact with a soulmate here, or a twin flame, someone who refused to kind of express their love to you or this person, or it felt unrequited, or you felt like you were constantly having to kind of pull words out of them, is what I'm hearing. Like you were trying to constantly get this person to share their emotions with you. You wanted them to kind of engage in this experience that you guys both felt this very strongly. And I feel like it almost felt like a one-sided situation where the masculine was not doing anything. I feel like that this isn't really an end. I don't know why, but I feel like maybe you're here because you're a little bit like, okay, I'm not gonna wait. I'm just gonna put this person on the shelf, and I'm going to actively live my life. And if they want to come back, they can come back, because you do feel like this person is your true love. So maybe this is a little bit of a, I'm going to pause until things improve kind of thing, So where are you at now in matters of love? Oh, I'm hearing Picking up the pieces. I'm getting a vision of a lot of earth energy as well. So some of you guys are Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo. You may also be Leo, Sag, Aries, or your strong Virgos coming through. But you're picking up the pieces, like you feel like you are actively trying to heal what didn't work out for you, something you really wanted to heal, like you really wanted this situation to heal. And I'm also getting a lot of earth vibes here. So this is also a representation that you guys are really moving through a time where you're really like, I'm hearing planting seeds to establish a stronger foundation in matters of love. A lot of you guys have turned away from your soulmate or your divine counterpart to work on yourself, to really work on the harvest, to work on your career, and they're probably mirroring some of this, okay? So both of you guys have actively chosen to sort of move away from each other. The feminine in this connection, though, from the past, I feel like you're feeling definitely a little bit... you're feeling really disappointed about this person. I feel like you really had high hopes about them, and I feel like they've definitely disappointed you tremendously. So I feel like you're really moving through that, and you're actively working on your self-love right now. You're really actively working on just appreciating all the aspects that you bring to the table, all the beautiful parts of yourself that you love, okay? I'm hearing It's All About You by Maya. It's called It's All About Me by Maya, and I think Jay-Z, okay? So that's your song. That is your song, okay? So let's see what is happening here. Oh, we're going to save that for later real quick. Okay. So what's going on now? What's next in love for you? So some of you guys are still kind of holding on. Like I'm having a vision of a hand still holding on to the past. Like you're still holding on to this person. You're still holding on to this idea of this person. They feel like home to you. So I feel there's a level of really reaching for your freedom. I'm hearing freedom. I'm hearing liberation. I'm hearing healing. Okay. A lot of this has to do with, I'm hearing family dynamics. I'm having a vision of your inner child here, wounding that you're still holding on to. And one of the things I feel that you're learning about yourself is how to accept love, how to receive love. I know that sounds really ridiculous. Like, what do you mean? A lot of us do not know how to receive. A lot of us were taught to be nice, to give, to overextend, to overgive, to share. And depending on the way our parents, kind of raised us in terms of our positive and negative reinforcements, we also have a tendency to love from a place of needing to be validated. For instance, if you had a parent that was a little more authoritarian, your parent would say, okay, if you do this, you're going to get this. If you do A, you're going to get B. If you don't do A, you're not going to get anything. So this black and white energy really it creates a dynamic of behavioral symptoms that involve, if I don't give, I'm not going to receive. So I need to give first. Or if you come from a home that is focused on a one-parent household, there's one parent doing a lot of the work, you're in a situation where you're going to constantly want to be validated by the missing parent. So if you have some wounding surrounding the father, surrounding the mother, it spills into your life. And I feel in this situation, a lot of you guys have been holding on so tight to this person because they are fitting the mold for you, not because they are giving to you. You see, this person is not giving to you. This person is holding back. It's almost like they're showing you how to hold back because they love themselves to hold back. For whatever reason, they don't feel ready to, for whatever reason, they don't feel ready to give here. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like you're moving out of a time where you're recognizing how you can give more to yourself versus to them. Okay. Then we have Mercury, mind in reverse. So what's next in love for you? So Mercury is the planet of communication. It's the planet of how we express our love and how we receive messages of love. So I would say love languages, right? Where are you in matters of love? What's next in love for you? You guys are still orbiting around someone. You're still orbiting around an Aries, Leo, Sag, or a Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn. Those two strong elements are coming up. You're still orbiting around the idea of this person. A big part of it is this person is your divine counterpart, so you probably feel their energy pretty tough, pretty intense, and vice versa. They feel your energy as well. So I feel like you're kind of having to deal with the situation where there's a lot of tugging, a lot of fifth dimension tugging. Okay. I feel like you guys, you are learning how to, there's two cards here in matters of expressing your love. I feel there is a limitation around the way you accept your own vulnerability and around the way you accept others. So whenever we do not accept ourselves, the mirror happens with the kind of love that we receive. We receive people who do not accept us or who do not want us, because what's happening is we're mirroring a lot of what we're feeling inside. And I feel like there's a lot of like expression of love here in a blocked energy. So I feel that there's going to be, again, you're moving from a place of not really communicating with the person that you want, the person that you have love with, the person that you have been really wanting to connect with. And I feel this is divinely, it's divinely guided. It's a definitely divine intervention, because there was something very narcissistic about this pattern. I feel like one person would take, the other would just give. And, your ancestors and your spirit guides had to say no. You cannot be in a situation where you're doing all the giving, or where this person is just taking from you, where they're not reciprocating the love, because that's not love. You know what I'm saying? So I feel that there is a big barrier here in terms of your next love life, and you're starting to awaken to a different you. It's like a different vibe. Some of you guys might also be Leos. As we move into the 8th house here in reverse, the 8th house is about enemies, like our secret enemies, our sex house, and our endings and beginnings, our past life stuff, our death and rebirth, and how we move through it. So Pluto in reverse with transformation. Again, what's next in love is the need to really let something die. And maybe it doesn't have to be your divine counterpart per se, but there's a pattern here in love that needs to end. And the pattern of what I am feeling and sensing is you putting yourself second, or you putting yourself last. That needs to come to an end, because here we have, right after this, if you allow yourself to transform, we have the 5th house ruling creativity. This is about your childhood. So if I'm not wrong, I believe the 5th house is ruled by Cancer, but I could be wrong. That might be the 6th. And ultimately, you are learning how to be more in your power. You're learning how to be in this Leo energy, in this I will energy. You're learning how to be more of that meme, Kim Kardashian meme, where the guy's like, well, what do you bring to the table? And she's like, I am the table. This is what you're becoming. As we move into what's next in love, you are the table. With the I am in Aries, like, again, there's a strong level of detaching from, codependency here. Some of you guys are very codependent and you're really having to face your inner child, because for me, this is all about your inner child. You're discovering a lot of, healing methods. You're discovering a lot of your passion through your relationships, whether you know it or not. It's like there's a creation of alchemy here through the people who are not loving you, because you're learning how to love yourself. You have it's like spirit is not giving you a choice. The choice is to love yourself or keep repeating the pattern. So what's next in love here? So what's next in love here? Pile 1. Yes. You are going through a massive transformation right now. Everything you are going through is to set you up and prepare you for the future. There's such a beautiful energy about what you're experiencing right now. Jeremiel, Archangel Jeremiel is all about healing obstacles, healing grief. So your movement right now involves a separation from people who are hurting you, or a separation from situations where you're hurting yourself. A lot of you, for pile 1, you are very empathic. You are givers. Okay? So pile 1, what's next in love? A lot of you guys are surrounded by sunflowers and the sun. You are awakening to your truest beauty. Like seriously, your truest beauty. You are no longer investing in things that are going to keep you stagnant. You are letting go. You're letting go of people who give you, oh, maybe tomorrow. You're like, I don't need it then. No thanks. I'll take my offer back. You're letting go of the juggling act. You're not. So for me, the 2 of Pentacles in reverse is about overdoing it, overgiving, having to give so much of yourself that you're losing your balance, right? You're giving up. You're really giving up the juggling act, and you're allowing divine timing to really come into play into your life. You're really allowing this beautiful energy of the divine flow to come in, to really change the frequency. You're really letting things change to improve. So what's next in love here? Yeah, codependency. You guys are learning how to detach from love in an unhealthy way. Okay. So some of you guys have been in a constant I don't know why I heard power struggle. Maybe in your past relationships there's a power struggle, okay? But I do see a Leo, Sag, Aries coming in. This person, August, there's going to be a lot of movement around this connection. August. I'm hearing I found my one. So all this work that you're doing on yourself is in preparation for this person. This person is going to travel, or they're not going to be around as much. This person travels for work, okay? I feel like I'm getting a vision that this person is going to need you to be very responsible for yourself. They are going to be very supportive, but I keep hearing I am. So you're again exercising what you have learned so far in regards of self, in regards of your independence, in regards of relying on your own needs. There's going to be a lot of clarity about this connection. I feel like there's a strong awakening. There's a strong clarity around this person. I do feel like you're going to get some truth, okay? So this could be your divine counterpart that you're waiting on, but there will be union with a fire sign. Then we have the 8 of Swords. So I feel like this person feels very a lot of you guys, by the time you meet this person in the summer, you are going to be in your shine so much that this person might be a little bit intimidated to step to you because of how hard you stunt, like how hard you're shining on this person. This person may kind of feel a little bit intimidated, okay? So if this is someone new, this person is seeing you in your full glory, your full glow, and they're going to have a hard time kind of accepting or stepping to that because they are afraid of rejection, okay? But ultimately you will have, this feels like a fated connection, you guys. So this might be a divine counterpart, or this is going to be someone new. But I'm hearing marriage. There's going to be a level of commitment or some kind of contract here that you're going to complete with this person, okay? So who's coming in new love? Pile 1. Okay, pile 1. I'm hearing finalizing. So you and this person are going to come together once a contract is finalized. So whether that's your contract, their contract, or someone else's contract. But they need to let something go before they come towards you. But this new love I'm hearing is going to be, wow, it's going to be transformational. It's going to be so much love here. You're going to have to wait for this person to kind of get it together, though. They have to make a decision between you and another party. But I do feel they're going to come towards you. I feel like this person's going to choose you, but overall there is a level of third party distance. Maybe you guys have a distance, and this is probably what's kept this energy so stagnant. And if this is someone new, then you're meeting someone who's coming out of a marriage or who's coming out of a situation, and you're going to have to be patient with them. I do feel this person's going to be very compatible to you. You're going to really enjoy being with them, and it's going to be a brand new start, okay? So why don't we go ahead and ask about this new person? Yeah, you guys may even have a family. Listen, I don't know, Spirit is saying don't move too fast. Slow down, because this person's going to come in with a really fast offer, because I'm almost getting like a vision of them. They look like they're drowning almost, or they look like they're trying to tread water. So they're going to be going through a time where they're feeling like they need to hold on to shore, or they need to hold on to stability or something stable, and you represent that for them. But Spirit is asking you to let them learn their lesson on their own. Do not try to work through their problems. Let them do it. I'll give you an example. One of my old bosses, she was getting married, and her fiance was going through several stuff. Like, they were just going through stuff, and she stepped aside, and she's a psychologist, and she let him work through it without babying him, without asking what she could do to help, without having to work, like, do it for him. He would completely get a little bit cold, or he would get distant trying to work through his own stuff, and she would detach. She'd go hang out with her friends, she'd go work, she'd go do her hobbies, whatever it is, right? She did not sit there to try to hold his hand through things, because ultimately a fully evolved man is not going to want you to do that anyway. Or a masculine, okay? The same thing for us, feminines, okay? No one should be trying to be saving anybody. That is an unhealed way of loving, and that is ultimately a lot of inner child wounding that later will create resentment. Believe it or not, when you try to save your partner resents you, especially if they are a masculine, because you are taking on the role as their missing mother, or the mother that they already have issues with. So you come in and you're trying to do the mother thing. They might love you instantly. It might be like that Madonna horror situation where, I forgot what's the saying, like, where they look at you as a mother figure, but they want, there's like that sex, and then it gets complicated. Listen, a real man, a real masculine does not want you to fix their problems. No one should be saving anyone. That is very, very, it could become parasitic. And that is where a lot of the codependencies begin. The whole needing each other has nothing to do with love. It has everything to do with our unhealed, missing father, divorces, missing mother, our need to be validated, to be accepted, to be acknowledged. A lot of that, let me tell you something, a lot of that we need to do for ourselves. And it is so challenging to change this behavioral aspect, because coming from a home where, it was very, I had one parent. Okay, I was always reaching for validation, and I still do. There's always an expectation of, why aren't you helping me? Why aren't you saving me when it came to my relationships? Because that is exactly what I was looking for, my father. Okay, so you see how that becomes dysfunctional, because your partner is not your father. And psychologically, we don't, it's a subconscious thing. We work through our own shit with our partners, okay? You don't want to do that with this person. Let them, they're going through a divorce, they're going through a separation, they're going to have to make a decision. They'll choose you, but you need to let them work through it. And I'm not talking about, I'm right here, baby, I'm going to hold your hand through everything, let me know if you need anything. Trust me, I'm the queen of empath, like queen of just overdoing it. No, you say, okay, cool, like, I love you, I care about you, and good luck, figure it out. And you know what you go do? You go live your life. You go start a business. You go get your shit together. You don't hold their hand. Let them figure it out. I had to learn that the hard way, honey. It took me 30 plus. I'm in my early mid 30s. Took me a long time. Okay? So okay. So let's look at the past energy. Let's see what kind of energy you're coming out of for love. Yeah, pile two. Some of you guys, I'm hearing risking it all. Some of you guys gave a person, there's someone you're coming out of a relationship with that you gave a lot of your energy to. Okay, a lot of your time, you gave this person a lot. Okay, there's a lot of energy being expended here. I'm hearing a lot of my time and risking it all. Like, you guys may have given this person the last little bit of your heart center that you had left. Some of you guys really gave this person, I'm hearing ultimatums. So maybe there was an ultimatum here. Okay, there's a codependency. So some of you guys were dealing with someone coming from the past that may have been a karmic connection, may have been someone you thought was your soulmate, but really wasn't. There was a lot of like refusing to see this connection in a healthy light. There was a lot of refusing to see this connection from a healthier perspective. I feel like there was a lot of fighting here, or a lot of like harsh words. I am getting an energy of harsh words. So a lot of you guys were dealing with someone who was either really wounded in terms of their inner child, or they were just working through a lot of their inner child. Okay. A lot of these, I feel like these people that you were dealing with here, this person, they were actively seeking like to push you away at the time. And a lot of you guys, or you may have had a child with this person, there was some kind of addiction problem, but there was a lot of like wanting to end the cycle. This was getting too much. I'm hearing it was getting too much. I'm also seeing the color red here. So this person could be a Leo, Sag, Aries. This person could wear a red bandana. But there was a lot of, I'm hearing abandonment issues. So inner child may have been something as well that was really prominent here, okay? So, yeah, you didn't get benefits from this person. Like, I feel like you guys were waiting for this person to mature. You're waiting for this person to grow up. I'm hearing Sag. You're waiting religiously for this person, and I feel like it just didn't happen. I feel like there's a big wound in your heart. Like, I'm having a vision of your heart space right now. It feels very blocked, or like there's a lot of shadow energy. I feel like a lot of you guys have been moving through like major, major, major disappointments, okay, in matters of your heart space. There's been a lot of you've been maybe writing a lot about your disappointments, or maybe you've been kind of trying to find a creative expression to express your pain. Some of you moved for this person, or you risked something for this person. And I'm almost getting like there's a deep kind of just like you regret doing it. Like, you regret doing this for this person because it almost feels like they didn't really appreciate this, okay? All right, so what's next in love? So as of right now, I feel like your heart space needs some loving. Give it some loving, okay? Give it some, maybe a pink calcite. Tune into your heart space. Feel it. Feel your emotions, okay? So what's next in love for you? A lot of you guys are working on your sense of stability and security from the inside out. There's a lot of wanting to kind of establish your own sense of security from within. This person left you feeling really insecure. They may have taken your sense of security. They may have taken financial security from you. There was a level of just feeling kind of just disappointed about the outcome of this is what I'm getting. And with the earth element here, what's next in love, I feel like you're going to be dealing with a Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo. I'm hearing Jupiter. So this is something that is a lucky connection, something that is fated, something that's going to bring you a lot of abundance, okay? Yeah, and some of you guys are really just trying to block maybe love without even knowing it. I feel like there's a strong focus on money right now. You're reinventing yourself. A lot of you guys are reinventing. You're redesigning yourself so you feel more confident when you're in love. There's almost like a surrender to this process of starting over. You want to reinvent something. There's a lot of clearing ancestral. You're clearing a lot of your ancestral pain here. You're clearing a lot of the wounds that you saw kind of happen within your generational family, like your lineage, and you want to do something different. You don't want to repeat these patterns. You don't want to do the same things. You want to do things completely different. So what's next in love? So I feel like there's been a focus of redesigning your own methods of love, okay? What's next in love? Let's see here. Bearing fruition. Yeah, a lot of you guys are planting a seed. You're planting a beautiful seed of a new flower, a new love that will be coming in for you, okay? And a lot of this is coming as a reward because you have been working on reinventing yourself. You're not letting yourself fall in love with the same kind of people anymore. You're really allowing a fresh start, okay? So what's next in love? And the focus is a lot here. I'm getting more than anything, it's going to be more on self-love than outside love, okay? So the focus is going to be a little more on self-approval versus, being approved by others. And this is something that maybe in the past you haven't been really actively doing, okay? Yeah, you got to let go of some of your perspectives in love. Some of you guys have some really deep maybe cultural cultural patterns on how like you think love should be, what love should be like, why it should be that way, or maybe there's some strict tradition or values that are standing in the way of maybe reinventing yourself in love. Maybe you've been dating the same kind of people or the same way every single time, and this is kind of creating, some limitations, okay? I feel like this is definitely creating some limitations in regards to your love life because, again, there's a need to really reinvent. You're reinventing a lot of yourself in order to start a new vibe, a new love. So until I feel right now, the focus is on your stability because your last situation took a lot of, I'm hearing a lot of self-esteem from you. It took a lot of your own stability from you, okay? So what's next in love for you, pal 2? I'm hearing reconnecting with yourself, reconnecting with self. So yeah, there's yes, a lot of you guys are having to face tradition in whichever way that looks like, whether it's the values, whether it's ancestral values, whether it's your own beliefs, your own moralities, sexuality, it could be anything. But you're challenging yourself, and you're also seeing a lot, I feel, of your own, I'm hearing your own mother when you date, or your own father. Like you're seeing a lot of your maybe your parental mistakes here being repeated, and you just don't want to repeat these patterns. You don't want to cycle through the same energy over and over, okay? I feel here that there is a level of going through a time where you might be dating people who are not really your type. You're feeling confused. There might be a little bit of fear, okay? You might end up with a Taurus or a Pisces that might try to, I don't know why I'm hearing lead you astray. So be sure that the people that you're dealing with, you have to stand firm in your power and your beliefs. Otherwise, you're going to let people lead you into situations that you don't want to be led in. Does that make sense? Yeah, you're going to be, listen, what's next in love, you're going to be faced with people who are going to try to maybe get you to believe in things that aren't in alignment with you. They're not in alignment with your beliefs. They're not in alignment with what you feel is true to you, okay? So a lot of this is how do you kind of give up a lot of, it's almost like some of you guys have been kind of cycling through partners who, there's too much of a mystery. There's a lot of manipulation here. There's a lot of like con artist energy, okay? And a lot of you guys are really recognizing the pattern is what I'm getting. You're really seeing the pattern of maybe where you might be kind of giving away your power. So what's next in love is that you need to release the way you've been thinking about love, okay? You need to tap into that self-love and heal your issues with mother because it's coming up in your love life, okay? A lot of this is about the way you're loving, the people that you're loving. A lot of this energy ultimately surrounds the wounded feminine. So you might even be engaging with people who are also wounded in one way or another, and you guys are trauma bonding. So in the future, I see a lot of confusion, maybe around your own beliefs, maybe around, the way things should be for you. So it's really important to work through some of that, okay? It's really important to work through a lot of the energy surrounding, not feeling worthy enough for the kind of love that you want and that you know you deserve, okay? Because ultimately there's going to be people who are going to challenge you, and they're going to definitely, they're going to test you. So Spirit is testing you right now, okay? So what's next in love, pile 2? You guys need to work on your shadow work, okay? I do feel there's a level of repressed emotions here that you're working through. You're working through tons of repressed stuff. You're going to be working through the release. I'm seeing a lot of masculine energy as well. You're going to be dealing with an Aries. This person is going to be very possessive over you. I feel like this is going to be something that is going to start off on their terms. Okay? Listen, I know a lot of people are like, well, I don't want that kind of love. You don't have to. You don't have to. You could easily turn this around and say, I don't want it. Okay? You don't have to take it. But this is a lesson, because I feel like you guys are really working through a lot of your lessons, a lot of your 8th house stuff, a lot of breaking free from your past, breaking free from, your old routines, your old patterns, your old way of living, your old way of doing things. So it's going to be really important for you to just know yourself. This pile is about knowing yourself. Like, you have to know yourself. So you're going to have someone come in who's going to say, yeah, I want to start something, but it's going to be on their terms. And this isn't going to, it's almost like it's not going to be good enough for you. Okay? This isn't going to be good enough for you. So you guys are learning how to break free from old ways of living, old ways of loving for the better. So you're going to have to kind of tune into this journey alone right now, at least for a few more months, not for too much longer, just for a few more months. And you're really going to have to kind of dive into this solitude to find your truest nature, your truest self of who you are, okay? And ultimately, it's going to benefit you because you won't be falling into any more karmic traps, okay? So that's what's next in love. A lot of self-love for you, a lot of recognition. You will have an Aries come into your life, but I feel like the situation is going to be all or nothing with this person. They're teaching you how to stand in your power. They're teaching you how to set your own boundaries, how to set what works for you, not just what works for them, but it's teaching you a lot about yourself versus it just being about them, okay? So recognition of your own self-power is really important here. And then let's go ahead and see. Let's leave the messages here for pile 2, and then we'll move into pile 3. Pile 2, messages for pile 2. Yeah. Months. Okay, growing harvest. So again, just emphasizing a lot of your own inner growth, a lot of your own self-love is really, really happening here, okay? So give yourself the time to grow your harvest, to grow into yourself so you have a healthier love, okay? All right, my loves, let's move on. All right, let's do pile 3. Let's see what's going on with you and love. What's next in love for you? Let's see. Let's get a little background energy. A little background energy on you. Okay, some of you guys have been avoidant of love. Maybe you have a hard time being vulnerable, is what I'm getting. I don't know why. I'm getting a strong avoidance towards your own vulnerability. This feels like you've been avoidant of fully giving yourself to someone or people on your path. So a lot of you guys are moving through a time where you're learning how to love yourself, okay? You're learning how to find a new way of loving, like a new definition. I feel like a lot of you guys might even fear surrendering to love out of fear of what it could be in the what it could turn into. Like you fear losing a lot of your independence, or you fear maybe losing face, or there's been a lot of cat and mouse. You guys in particular, you guys might definitely attract people who are unrequited. There's a lot of unrequited love here. Like you'd prefer to be with people who maybe keep a distance, okay? So I feel like you're definitely in and out of you've been in and out of a situation with someone that I'm getting an Aquarius, Gemini, Libra, someone who has strong Aquarius placements. I feel like you've been really into this person. You've been trying to see where this goes. Like you've been trying to kind of focus on maybe a development of this connection. And I feel like there's been an energy here of for some, I feel this connection made you feel empty, but you didn't say anything for the sake of having them, okay? Maybe you just kept this person. You kept them. You were afraid to tell them how you really felt. You were afraid to kind of let go. You were afraid to maybe be authentic to yourself in exchange, to keep them, right? So a lot of you guys may still be in this situation. I'm almost getting you're going to reconcile here with someone from the past that you already know. Could be Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn, could be Aquarius, Gemini, Libra. So what's next in love? Yeah. So this person is your destiny. A lot of you guys are reconciling with maybe your divine counterpart, your soulmate. A lot of you, this is going to be a soulmate connection, okay? For some of you, it's just going to be someone from the past you're going to reconcile with that is a part of your destiny. It's like, this is your path. This is how you should, this is just where your path is taking you, okay? What's next in love for pile 3? Wow, you guys are moving through big, big life purpose changes, like big life purpose changes, things that are really shifting you and moving you into more of your power, okay? Some of you guys really need to heal your relationship with yourself big time. This is like a priority because this is a part of a past life agreement that you have in terms of your independence and not being dependent, okay? It's really important here. I am seeing an energy of needing to really tune into yourself because I feel what's next in love is that you need to follow your North Node, and you're not following it, or you're going to have a hard time following it because it's really going to be about healing. So you and your future partner, I'm hearing September, there's going to be an offer of love. There's going to be an offer of commitment. And I feel this is about really merging into your life purpose, who you're supposed to become. And you guys are both going to help each other heal. So this does feel like a soulmate or twin flame. Okay. What's next in love for you? This person is going to test you, okay? They're going to test your independence, and they're also going to test how you feel about yourself. They're going to test your self-esteem. They're going to test your ability to depend on yourself, okay? It's like there's going to be a lot of testing each other, because both of you guys are on the rise. You and your divine counterpart, whoever you're going to end up with, whoever is a part of this destiny, both of you guys are going to be on this rise, and you're both testing each other during this time. With this Leo energy, I will in reverse. This is saying both of you guys, you're going to trigger a lot of your self-esteem stuff with each other. There's going to be a massive death and rebirth with each other. I feel like you're dealing with a strong Virgo, though. This could be Virgo or Leo, Sag, Aries. Could be a Gemini. For me, I feel like this is about a reinvention of the way you see love. This is going to be a complete reinvention on how you see love, the way love should be, the way you move through love. It's about the way you think about it. So again, maybe there's been a level of like limiting your own opportunities in life, limiting your growth for the sake of relationships, like codependency. Maybe there's been a lot of like an overall of limiting your own ideals because you want something so bad. You've stopped your own life, or you've stopped your own like path, your life path, in order to try to search for the one. There's been a lot of an energy here of searching for the one. So what's next in love is that there is a refocus on your Chiron healing. Chiron healing is about the wounded healer. A lot of you guys are healers. You're on path to becoming teachers, or you are going to be healing for a living, okay? So there's a bigger lesson involving love. It's not so much about love of one person. It's humanity. It's love of humanitarian work. It's love of healing everyone, okay? And then you will be meeting your person, though. I do feel in September there's going to be an offer of marriage, of love, of anything here, okay? But it's going to be big, okay? Wow, what did I say? Healing the world. It's beautiful. You guys are going to be completing a cycle. You guys are really moving through a major cycle here. It's going to be fabulous. It's going to be really great. And a lot of you guys are going to be standing out. I'm hearing public. So a lot of you guys are going to have a lot of options in love. With that 10th house, you have a birthright to be in the public eye. So a big part of your own destiny is to be famous, or to be seen, in public, okay? So it's really important to kind of accept this with grace, okay? So what's next in love is your own evolution, your own transformation, your own ability to really transform. I feel like you're going to be collaborating. You're going to be working on yourself. You're going to meet a lot of people. I'm hearing international. You're going to be meeting a lot of people everywhere, okay? There's a lot of energy of seeing the world. Like you're going to have options, yeah? Yeah, you're going to get an offer from someone here, a Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces. I'm getting a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. I'm also getting a fire sign, but it could be any sign really. Aquarius, someone who's going to be a healer, or you're a healer, or, what's next in love is you becoming a healer, because all these energies here are about surrendering to your path as a healer, okay? Which is really beautiful. Which is absolutely beautiful. You are going to get messages in love, though. I do feel like you're going to get a lot of messages in love. Yeah. Okay, so listen, you guys. I really hate to say this, but in September, you're going to definitely either find a new level of marriage, of commitment, but your path is to be a high priestess. This is your path. So what's next in love is Spirit saying, until you find this path, until you kind of commit to your high priestess energy, your guides do not want to send you anyone serious yet until you fully commit your journey as a healer. So until then, things are postponed. But you may have a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius coming in, Sun, Moon, Rising, to offer you maybe some collaboration here. But ultimately, you are the one. Like you are becoming the one, okay? But September is going to be your time. Yeah, you're on a full self journey, baby. You are on a full self journey here of finding new love. Okay? You're really, really, really owning it. Like you're owning your complete transformation. And you're going to really focus on community, self-love, a lot of abundance. I love it. I love it. So that's what I see for you guys in terms of what's next in love. And I hope that was helpful. Thank you guys so much. Till next time.